from Quonset Point, Rhode Island. It's ABT's Air Expo, starring the Thunderbirds.
From Quonset Point in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, I'm Peter McGowan. Today we've got a great air show. That's my brother John. Today we have an air show being presented by the Rhode Island National Guard. Today it's brought to you by ABT, of course, Cyclops Entertainment, and me, and John. We're waiting for the Thunderbirds. This will be the big part of the show. This is why we came here. The Thunderbirds are world famous. John, these announcers, man, I don't know if I can wait for the Thunderbirds putting up with these guys. If you want to listen to them, listen, but get them. Get them! Yeah! Hi. Coming up very soon, very shortly, are the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. You hear the music, that's their motto, their theme music.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Quonset.
And we've had to put up with these guys all day.
National Guard Air Show 93, and today's demonstration by your United States Air Force Thunderbirds. And his second year as commander leader of our team, Lieutenant Colonel Dan Darnell. A former F-15 fighter weapons school instructor pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Darnell joined the team after a tour at Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, where he was Chief of Weapons and Tactics for Tactical Air Command. He has more than 3,500 hours of jet aircraft time. Flying left wing, also in his second year on the team, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Captain Jeff Rochelle. Prior to becoming a Thunderbird, Captain Rochelle was an F-16 fighter weapons officer at Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. He has more than 2,500 hours of jet aircraft time. Now flying right wing from San Francisco, California, is Captain Matt Bird. Captain Bird is in his first year with the team after serving as an F-117 stealth instructor pilot at Tonopah Test Range, Nevada. He's logged more than 2,000 hours of jet aircraft time. Flying the slot position from Nazareth, Pennsylvania is Captain Jim Evanko. Also in his first year with the team, Captain Evanko joined the Thunderbirds after serving as an F-16 flight commander at Huntston Air Force Base, Florida. He has more than 2,500 hours of jet aircraft time. Flying leap solo in his second year on the team from Naval, Florida is Captain Bob Rogers. Captain Rogers is a fighter test pilot at England Air Force Base, Florida. He has more than 2,500 hours of jet aircraft time. In his first year with the team, flying closing solo from Fort Collins, Colorado, is Captain Pete McCaffrey. Captain McCaffrey joined the Thunderbirds after serving as an F-16 instructor pilot at Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. He has more than 2,500 hours of jet aircraft time. How you doing tonight? Yeah.
What a day.
Hi, there's some F-16Cs coming up, John. What are they all about?
50 feet long with a 30-foot wingspan.
50 foot long with a 30-foot wingspan. We're waiting for the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds' 40th anniversary this year. They were named after the Ford Thunderbird, right? No? Well, Goodwill and Peace. I don't know, the whole bit. They're
Just saying you don't have a clue, and then I can bring you to our next bit.
I don't have a clue.
DHL. There's DHL. I can't get on there.
one other quality of a good fighter that I haven't mentioned, and that's strong performance. The F-16 has plenty of that, and you'll see just how much this afternoon. One reason for the F-16's outstanding performance is a computer-controlled fly-by-wire flight control system. This computer is so technologically advanced that many people believe that it actually flies the jet. Well, of course, that's not so. It still takes a well-trained, highly motivated pilot to do that job. And the same qualities that made a good pilot over 50 years ago when the first Air Force jets took to the sky are just as important today. Computers are smart, but they're not smart enough to replace the man in the cockpit, no matter how fast the aircraft, and today's jets are fast. Our Thunderbird F-16s can fly more than 1,200 miles an hour. That's more than twice the speed of sound. Of course, they won't fly that fast this afternoon. That would create ground supersonic shock waves and sonic booms, and we want to avoid that. So our pilots will stay subsonic for today's demonstration. But even at subsonic speeds, their exacting maneuvers will still subject themselves to high G-forces, or forces on the body that are many times the pull of normal gravity. For example, when a pilot cranks his F-16 into a tight turn, as you'll see later today, he could pull up to 9 Gs. That's 9 times his normal body weight. In other words, a 180-pound pilot would weigh over 1,600 pounds in a 9G turn. Flying and fighting under these conditions isn't easy, so our pilots wear special anti-G suits and we keep ourselves in top physical shape. If we didn't, we wouldn't be able to do our job. A job Thunderbird pilots have been doing since the 1st of June, 1953, the date the team was first formed. Back then, we were called the 3600th Air Demonstration Flight stationed at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona. And while the names, faces, places, and aircraft have all changed over the years, the mission is still the same: to plan and present precision aerial maneuvers that demonstrate the capabilities of modern high-performance aircraft. Of course, back then, modern and high performance meant something entirely different.
Today's Rhode Island National Guard Open House Air Show. Your 1993 Thunderbirds are proud to be back in the Ocean State on this Memorial Day weekend, and we hope you enjoy the air demonstration. Thunderbirds, let's run them up.
No more room down here.
Thunderbirds, release brakes, ready now. Burners, now.
Then reverses direction, all within the length of the runway, in a maneuver called the Split S. With wingtips overlapping, the team flies up and over the top in a maneuver called the Clover Loop. Now from your right, the lead solo, Thunderbird 5, upside down in a high-speed inverted pass. From the left, also upside down, here comes Captain McGowan in Thunderbird 6. Watch his feet roll 360 degrees right at your center. Now, ladies and gentlemen, have your cameras ready for a picture of formation flying at its finest. From your right, your 1993 Thunderbird pass in review. And another picture in the scrapbook, this one of the Thunderbird symbol painted on the underside of our F-16s. Captain Buck Rogers is now low and to your left with the knife edge pass. Now from the right, Thunderbird 6. Captain McCaffrey will execute a crisp 8-point roll.
Yeah, it's that one. All four of them took off a few times.
Show center, Thunderbird 5 at minimum maneuvering airspeed. Watch as Buck sharply rolls and pulls his aircraft straight down into a spiraling descent. He will then recover his aircraft right down the demonstration line. This maneuver demonstrates the excellent low-speed maneuverability of our F-16s. Comes the arrowhead formation and the arrowhead loop. In this formation, our two wingmen, Captains Jeff Rochelle and Matt Bird, drop back to fly off of Thunderbird 4. teamed up for the Calypso Pass. Watch for the mirror image as Thunderbird 5 rolls on his back to fly inverted next to Thunderbird 6.
Think he'll get dark for that one?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Pilots in the breathtaking crossover break.
They're coming to get us, John.
Good. Inbound, Pete.
Uh-oh.
Breaking.
Incoming. Watch out. Whoa! Too close to me, man. Let's get out of here. We're gonna be like those people in Germany. What would you estimate the crowd at today, Jack?
For the crowd today, Pete?
What would you estimate?
I don't know, 60,000.
Unbelievable. Those planes, F-16Cs, nicknamed the Falcon, they can fly from New York City to Las Vegas on one tank of gas.
In an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
John, some people ask me, what's the word? And I say Thunderbird. They ask me what's the price? 50 twice. Baby's doing a landing. We gotta go though before the traffic erupts. Look at that. Captain right behind there. We're on our way out. Stop looking in front of me, Daddy. There's nothing left of the air show.
It's a long walk and a long wait.
Kind of a long walk, long wait, but it was well worth it. Today we saw the Thunderbirds. It was brought to you free of charge from ABT. Thank you very much.
This time The Tomcat will approach from the right at 350 miles per hour for a plan view pass. Lieutenant Jones will roll the F-14 into an 80-degree angle of bank and manually select full aft wing sweep. The degree of sweep of the variable geometry wing is normally controlled by a computer called a mock sweep programmer. The wings fully forward are at 20 degrees of sweep. Full aft is 68 degrees of sweep. You will actually see the transition take place before your eyes. From the right, the Tomcat, knife edge, wing sweep pass.
Absolutely gorgeous photographs.